how did you feel about this movie?
Uh, which one? I've watched a lot of movies. I'll make sure I watch the right one. What do we?
Loaded Weapon.
Oh yeah. It had its fun. It had its fun points.
Yeah, I feel like this one doesn't hold up as well. Like there's some things that just don't work as well. I feel, which we're gonna get into. So hey everyone, this is the first bonus up on Patreon, which, as I've been saying for a while now, is all free. All you have to do is go to Patreon because I'm not an asshole, so I'm not putting everything behind paywalls. Uh, so me and Paul we watched a movie that sometimes made me laugh. There's just some things where they linger on a little too much or went too far, and not in a good way. So,
Well, yeah, they were trying to catch that airplane vibe, and sometimes they hit, and sometimes they missed. Yeah.
so So, welcome everybody. We're talking about Loaded Weapon 1 from 1993 by National Lampoon. And yeah, it really tried to be. It tries to do like airplane naked gun stuff, but like it's just not everything lands the way that they think it's going to land. Which maybe explains a little bit. So, the director for this one is Gene Quintano, which really the biggest thing I could find for him was that he wrote the sequels to Police Academy, so maybe that's some explanations there.
Uh,
Yeah, he was the writer for 3, 4, and 5 on Police Academy. Not even the first two. So maybe that might be a little bit of an explanation there. I'm not sure. So Naked Gun is a better movie. So Loaded Weapon. Um, so first off, I want to say it's called Loaded Weapon 1, which always confused me unless they were just doing the play on whatever. Supposedly there was supposed to be a sequel, but this movie didn't do well enough, so the sequel was never made.
yeah,
But there was supposed to be a second one. Uh,
but I do think the one was supposed to just be a play on the whole thing.
I'd
Like
assume
Lethal
so.
Weapon 2. Yeah.
Um, so the funniest thing for this movie, outside of what's in the actual movie, is they did go over the top with any of the physical copies they made, whether it was VHS or DVD, because they had they had like joke reviews and things that they put on them. Let's see here, what do I got? They were all, yeah, they were supposed to have things on here like the best movie shorter than Dances with Wolves, things like that. Uh, there was one review where they were going to have it be 2.5 stars, and by Leonard Maltin, who was a famous movie critic, but he denied them using that, so they had to remove that from all the copies because he's like, no, I don't want my name associated with this, even in a joke form.
Well, and most of the reviews they list are like unimportant reviewer, a really important reviewer. They just.
Very, very important. So I mean that's kind of fun. Uh, but other than that, really, there's not like a whole ton of background because a lot of the background things I was finding were just like meaningless things of like who takes the time to write about that? Like who takes the time to write that background thing? Um,
Well, a lot of what I saw was, who they had intended to play roles or who they brought in, or because
yeah,
there are a lot of cameos in this thing. There are a whole lot of cameos, and some of them are blink
there's
and you miss them.
so many.
You know.
There's so many things in here. The one of the neat little facts, which for people around my age, us people in our late 20s to our early 30s here, The Incredibles from 2004. There's actually a reference to this movie in that movie, which is surprising as all fuck. Uh, but Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Luger, he wears a cologne called High Karate, And it's the same thing that Frozone wears in The Incredibles. So it's like an inside joke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
By the way, that was a real cologne, by the way.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep. That was I believe it was the late 60s, early 70s stuff. But yes, it was an absolutely real product.
That's... I don't think I have any words to really say about that.
Oh,
right, well,
it pretty much melts the way you think it does. Yeah, so yeah.
So terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible. So let's get into this movie.
But probably still better than Axe body spray though. So,
as someone who grew up with Axe, I moved on to Old Spice, but like I never hated it. I don't know. Like there definitely could get overpowering, but if you use it right. Anyways, also it makes fun if you're with your dipshit friends and you have a fire out in the backwoods of a campground.
Yeah.
And you throw them in the fire pit. They make a good boom. So this movie. So we open up. We get, first of all, Emilio Estevez. Because Charlie Sheen didn't want to be in this, but he ended up getting talked into doing a cameo for it anyway. Which, from what I was able to see, was just a favor to Emilio to do a cameo after he had already turned this movie down. Which I assume, because they make a Hot Shots reference, so I assume it's because he had already done other parody things, and he's like, nah, I don't need another one of those. But anyway, so we get Jack Colt, who's driving through the city streets, and he just like weaves through traffic, total douchebag on the road. Oh, and he ends up at the Halem's Mini Mart, where we get...
Yeah. Well, and it's important to know he's driving a beater through this whole thing, too. I mean, it's...
But it's convertible, so hey,
Yeah.
But here at the Mini Mart is where, honestly, I think I have the most laughs with this movie. Is just the whole opening scene, I think, makes me laugh the most. It's like he goes in, and like the dude, like the people who own the store are just like, oh, how's your day, whatever, it's a very nice day. And then there's him just like, yeah, is it a nice day? You ever lost someone you love? See the dark clouds, and it's just like, Jesus, man. But right off the bat, first thing that makes me laugh immediately is the fact that he goes to look at magazines after he puts a burger in the microwave, and it's just all like the things you'd get in your mailbox. They're just falling out of these magazines.
Well, it's because because in the old days, that's what they'd put in magazines. Every page you turned had a little flyer or something in it. Yeah.
Always something trying to give you something.
Yep.
We always use those to like start our fires and whatnot. But he like does there's like a pinup like pull out. It's like gun of the month, and it's just this like 50 cal sniper rifle
with a centerfold, baby. Yeah.
Like, God damn. In a housing magazine, so it makes me laugh even harder. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, when he gets out of his car, he not only does he throw down a cigarette and stomp it out, then there's a cigar, and then just for added effect, a fucking tobacco pipe that he also crushes out. Oh. But while he's looking at these pages, there's just all these cameras that pop up, like watching him look at this magazine.
Yeah.
It's so over the top.
Yeah.
Oh. That's something that always got me too with this. But while he's doing that, there's some dudes that come into the store, and my fucking God, they come up with this like, what the fuck is it? It's just like a little egg thing. And I had to turn on captions to understand what the fuck this man was saying. But he has to, it comes in top or tape. I thought he was saying oh god, I thought he was saying tofu at first, but then when I turned on subtitles, it's Taupe, and I was like,
Taupe.
see, and I thought for whatever I thought he said tofu, which again I had to turn on subtitles to like double check I had heard him correctly.
Yeah.
But he asked him that, and the dude's just like, no, only beef jerky, and they immediately put on pantyhose the store. It's just like, what the fuck? Which obviously turns into a shootout because Emilio gets involved with that. Which also, when he goes to do that, you see all the little mail things at his feet. It's just this like giant pile. Again, they're trying to be like Naked Gun, and there's some things that work that do make me laugh, but not everything works. Which the further this movie goes on, there's a lot more things that I just don't feel land as well. But anyway, so they have a shootout. It's just fucking ridiculously over the top. Like, they keep switching back and forth. They have shotguns and then assault rifles. One dude has an AK at one point. Oh, the fucking store owners pop up over the counter with a flamethrower. like, Jesus.
Yeah, they were definitely poking fun at all the movies that have these kind of shootouts. Then at the 100%. End, you know, he's like, "You're welcome." And the store owners are going, "What the fuck, man? I mean, the store is trash. I mean, it's literally on fire." You know?
Yeah. So they destroy this store completely. I do also have to. They do make a Dirty Harry reference because when he goes out and he aims at the guys,
yeah,
he makes the line of, "I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 173 shots or 174?" Well, do you feel lucky? And I was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, this is Then he goes back in. Burger's completely burnt to charcoal, like not even cooked. It's just, like super cooked. He's like, "You guys got to get that thing fixed." And they start yelling at him. He's like, I know. I'm just a cop doing my job." And Paul's right.
Yeah.
The store's just destroyed. Completely ruined.
You're thinking, did he fire 173 times or 174? Well, do you feel lucky, punk? You guys gotta get that thing fixed. I know. Don't thank me. I'm just a cop doing his job.
Oh. Oh. The next, immediately after this.
By the way, there was one thing I noticed about that scene. When the one guy goes,
oh, yeah.
They did wire work. They pulled the guy through the window. That was actually a pretty cool shot. I mean, that stuntman earned his keep that day.
which That's fair. They also really.
I mean, if you go back and watch that, he got yanked. I mean, seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, they go flying out that window. Oh, but I also laugh because when he leaves the mini mart, there's a whole bunch of little title things that pop up, which are typical of like any action movie, whatever. But it makes me laugh because it's just Los Angeles, and then it goes over to a house, and it's like a house.
Yeah,
67 and clear.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're not quite to where the movie doesn't fully work for me. But at this house is when we get Whoopi Goldberg, of all fucking people. Like,
yeah,
she has such a small role in this movie, but it's also just so fucking ridiculous because, like, you see her hair, but wearing a.
Did you look at IMDb? She is not credited in the movie. So she did she did this fun little part for nothing, basically.
Why? You know what?
There were actually, if you go back and look at it, there were quite a few people that were uncredited that were decent names. So it's like this was a, hey, come in and do this scene for me type of thing. Yeah.
That makes some sense. honestly, I didn't know Whoopi Goldberg wasn't credited. To be honest, I didn't look at the credits afterward. I just assumed because she has some bits in here, but damn. Anyway, so but yeah, you get Whoopi Goldberg, who you'll find out later she's the ex-partner of our other main character, who she's calling here. She's calling Wes Luger. We get another one of those little title things that pop up. And she's like, it's 9:30, and then it dings. Just, 9:37. Sorry. But they're supposed to meet at the Squealers Hotel. Just like, Jesus Christ. And then this is where we get what's essentially the Girl Scouts of this movie, the Wilderness Scouts. But they do a fun thing here where they don't show you the top half. You just see this little girl skipping from a truck and then drops a cigarette because that's a thing in this whole movie. And
Wilderness girls. It's like, oh yeah.
She looks out the key.
By the way,
it's a fucking.
By the way, even the first time I saw this movie, I recognized the voice right away. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking Tim Curry in a blonde pigtail wig. It's like not even trying to blend in.
With a beard and mustache, by the way. So yeah,
exactly. It's very clearly not a little girl. Oh, this is a joke because she opens up the door, but there's like 4 doors. Which kind of funny, like whatever. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if you necessarily needed to go that far with it. But she has like 2 front doors, 2 vault doors, and then little beads for doors. But she lets him in, and now he reveals that he's not really a wilderness scout girl. He removes the wig, and I'm like, yeah, because that's what was gonna give it away. Oh. This is where you find out about the microfilm. Because apparently they're taking cocaine, and they found a way to take cocaine and turn it into innocent little Girl Scout cookies or Wilderness Scout cookies.
Yeah. And just and you missed the part where you actually see her hide this behind a picture of her and her old partner from the 70s, where he's got big hair and she's got even bigger hair, you know.
It's so dumb because you see her hair. It's just always a wig that's just super over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, so she's not giving him the microfilm, but it's like
that's a microfilm. The microfilm. Come on, get away. Microfilm.
You'll be begging for your life. And she's like, oh no, I'll beg now. But she tells him about Mike McCracken, who supposedly is the person who got it for her. And he's like, oh, thank you. Shoots her. Goes to walk away, turns around. Wait, is that Dan McCracken or Mike McCracken? Mike. Thank you. And then shoots her again, goes to walk away.
Is it Dan McCracken or Mike McCracken?
Mike.
Is he on Alpine or Oak?
Alpine. Hey, psst. Park on 3rd. You'll never find a spot on Alpine.
Thank you. You have been most cooperative.
Don't mention it.
And this is one of those things where it's, again, like the spoof over the topness where he goes to leave and there's a random blind person at the door.
Yeah.
He's just like, remember, you saw nothing. It's like, what? Where did he even come from? Oh. So she's dead. And he takes off. Oh, and this is where we get introduced to Luger, played by Samuel L. Jackson. Which is when did I forgot to look at when the Die Hard movie came out, because Bruce Willis also makes a cameo. So it's funny to me that they appeared in this
Right.
movie and then they did a Die Hard together shortly after.
Also, in case it didn't dawn on you, Colt and Luger,
Yeah,
both gun brand names,
yeah. They
and
think about
the guns they actually carry are the same brands that Riggs and Murtaugh carry in Lethal Weapon.
yes.
So everybody was covered in this movie.
Everything. There's so many references to shit in here. Which I'm pretty sure technically the one scene later on is supposed to be like a police academy like reference because he had written those. So Luger arrives the next day on scene, and I just have here that the street is a circus. There's like 5 different vendors, like a fucking semi port with all the cars. Just a shit ton of people. So it's just like, what the fuck is going on? The photographer takes his picture and it's just like, do you want that in matte or gloss? Just like pick it up in about a week. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, because it's basically it's supposed to be taking pictures for the evidence and stuff. And as soon as he points it at him, he's posing, he's smiling, you know. Yeah.
Gotta get those headshots where you can get them, man. You know, Hollywood's vicious.
Yep.
This sequence also brings a laugh for me. There's police. Not only is there police doing the conga limbo in the background, but he goes up to the coroner. She just starts talking shit on this dead body, and just like killed themselves, blah blah. And he's like, hey. They were my partner for 5 years. Show a little respect. And I laugh because she goes, oh, you're right. I've been doing this too long. So anyway, this loser took the chicken shit way out. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Pounded a beat together for 5 years, so show some respect.
I'm sorry, Wes. You know, I see so much of this senseless mayhem that sometimes I get a little insensitive. All right. This loser has taken the chicken shit way out and punched her own ticket.
Oh. She like smashes her hand because she has something in. She has something in her hand.
Yeah.
Like the recorder's like smashes it. Oh, which turns out is the matchbook. So he knows about the Squealers Hotel, whatever. And he also does a thing where he looks at the picture of them, and you see the microfilm on the back, but he never looks at it, so he puts it back.
Yep.
Oh. There's also a random Head and Shoulders like ad basically in here.
Yeah.
The guys having issues, and he gives them Head and Shoulders, and they have a whole commercial basically.
Then they cut back. Oh, it's tingling. That means it's working. Yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of commercial spoof in there just where they throw shit out there.
Yeah, there's some things that it really feels like they just kind of throw it in. That's one of them. When you look at when it was made, and basically it wasn't necessarily for your generation; it was more for mine at that point. Yeah, a lot of the after.
But I mean, but a lot of the references go back to when I was, in my teen fair. Growing up and stuff. I mean, even the original Lethal Weapon came out when I was 19 or not even around 20 or so, 21.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. It's fine. I can't say anything. I'm getting older now, too. It's... Time's a fleeting thing, folks. So anyway,
wait till you're turning 60 and talking to some young dude. Back in my day, yeah. It'll happen to you, too.
It will. It's coming way faster now.
Yeah.
Some of the younger people.
And you'll probably be recording stuff with kidney stones trying to kill you too. So let's keep rolling.
So, welcome to Patreon. You get a whole bunch of extra bites.
Yeah.
So we come
You
back.
can
over
make
to
a
Colt.
clip of that. There you go.
There we go. This kid is... That's the B movie I'm gonna make. Killing kidney stones. It's gonna make me millions. I'll be famous. So, so we go back over to Colt, and he's on a beach having a cigarette. He flicks it at the ocean, and it fucking explodes for no reason. But he lives in a trailer on the beach until he walks in the front door. And it's some fucking mansion on the inside. It's so dumb. Oh. He also makes a mixed drink here, and it made me want to vomit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Because he mixes like 3 different alcohols and then just chocolate syrup. And I was like, oh God. So terrible. Oh. But this is where you find out that he had a dog, and something's happened to the dog. Dog went away. He's very sad about it. He misses his partner. Which, when he talks about it later, nobody knows it's a dog. He does not clarify it's a dog. So,
talking about, she would turn away from me, just lick herself for hours. I'm like, what the hell, dude? Everybody's looking at him like, what are we talking about here? Yeah.
Yeah, anytime he brings up anything, everyone's all look like, what are you talking about? Never once clarifies as a dog.
Yeah.
Oh. So we go back to Luger, who has gone back to the police station, and immediately walking in, there's the express lane 10 misdemeanors or less, and everybody's like trying to deal with stuff. Oh, there's also a buffet line and all this other.
Yeah, I want you to notice, people, that for as much as he said, you know what, this movie really didn't do it for me, he's laughing a whole lot. Okay,
the first good half of this makes me laugh. I think it's about halfway through this where like there's just jokes that I just don't feel land, or they're kind of funny, they're just not as funny as they could have been. But a lot of the stuff at the beginning it's not a terrible movie. Because there's also Dooley, who's this officer in a straitjacket. He's like fucking around with it, and Luger comes up and just like, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're betting it. Dooley said he could get out of the straitjacket in 15 minutes. How long's he been at it? 3 days. Keep on it." Jesus.
You know what that's from, right? And if you say no, I'm gonna smack you.
I don't know. But my head.
Which would explain why you don't get a lot of the jokes at Lethal Weapon 2.
See, I've never watched any of the Lethal Weapons, to be honest.
Oh my God! And you watch this movie?
Yeah.
No wonder you don't get a lot of the. No. Once you watch Lethal Weapons, especially Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, you will all of a sudden you go, "Oh, that's where that came from." Oh, that's it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, my stepdad showed me a lot of stuff. Like like Bonanza, Gunsmoke, Predator, Predator 2. I think one of the Aliens. Like, there was some stuff I was aware of. Lethal Weapon, he never showed me, so it was just one I never got exposed to by anybody.
Because a lot of the references so far have been Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, and the idea.
The chips.
Oh yeah,
because I did get shown that.
Because in Lethal Weapon 2, we learned that Riggs had dislocated his shoulder once, and now he can do it pretty much on cue. So, so he can get out of his so he can get out of his straitjacket. But to put it back in, he has to slam himself against a hard surface. That's when the psych officer is like, he's crazy. He's off his rocker.
See, I'm gonna have to just watch.
And they're after, because after he takes it out of this, after he gets out of the straitjacket, they go, "Doesn't that hurt?" Not as much as when I put it back in and he slams against the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch. I've been told I need to, and I've never have.
They
I don't
are actually
remember.
pretty good. As goofy as they get toward 4, but because 3 you're going to meet.
Well,
Actually, in 2 you meet Joe Pesci, and in 3 it just gets worse.
oh God. Okay. You say Joe Pesci, and I'm thinking, like, all right,
Yeah.
okay. I can only imagine. So, but I don't know. The straight jacket joke in here does at least get me. I don't know it from that perspective. Just the
Yeah.
fucking. It's been 3 days. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, they also make a Star Trek reference. As much as I've never watched Star Trek myself, I do know things from Star Trek. So I know that this is a Star Trek reference when it comes to the cappuccino machine, which is also a really random reference to throw in this already like full sequence of things going on. Where he tells
And that was really that was really James Doohan as Scotty from Star Trek. So yeah.
Oh yeah, so we get all this just cluster of things going on, which is honestly I feel is another thing with this movie where as much as it does make me laugh, there's a lot of moments like this where they just condense so many things into one long sequence. And
But what that is that's for me, at least the way I get it is that's little Easter eggs. I mean, just a whole lot of them just springing at you. It's like
there are.
okay. Yeah.
There are. It's just I feel like because I've tried to show somebody a movie. I think it was this movie, and they just felt overwhelmed. And I'm rewatching it now. I'm like, nah, I can get it. Like if you're not used to spoofs like this, there's a lot of stuff they're throwing at you. So Luger argues about everything with the captain, about like his partner couldn't have killed himself. Doesn't make sense. Not who they were. Gets told he's gonna
By
get
the way,
a partner.
another thing, the loudmouth captain that everybody is terrified of. That's from
Yeah.
any one of these old movies, mostly from Beverly Hills Cop is where they got this one from mostly. Yeah.
But he's told he's gonna get partnered with an old cop who's like a burnt out, washed up. He's like, but he's gonna be your partner for everything, whatever. And it's fucking Colt. I laugh when he pulls out a cigarette and everyone's cigarette, and they all just start swarming him. Oh, but one of the ladies goes up. She's like, "You can't put him with him. He's hot-headed and he's a ticking time bomb." But
that's the psychologist. Yeah, the psychologist for the station. Yeah.
Well, worst of all, he's trigger happy. He just pulls his gun. What do you mean by that? Just like, Jesus. Oh, but they're partners now. So they know it has something to do with the Girl Scout cookies and things. They don't fully know anything that's going on quite yet. They just know that there's some kind of connection because his partner had left him a message about something about this. This is where we turn into a Silence of the Lambs like spoof kind of thing going on here, which there's some of this that gets me too. Like they show up to the place to talk to the guy they have to. They walk through the door and it's such a dumb joke. And there's so many things that do it, but it gets me. Just like stay to the left and you're fine. And immediately turns out the right. I meant the right, and they're just getting strangled through the bars. Oh, but when he walks down, the first cell they show is Mike Tyson, who's just in boxing gear. God. The second cell I don't recognize. Maybe Paul has. Maybe you know.
I'd have to go back and see. I don't remember what it was.
I couldn't place where the reference for the lady that's in there. But then right next to it is the Mini Mart, a temporary store because So they go and talk with this guy, and he's Dr. Leecher. But it's very much just a play on Hannibal, because they talk about he eats people whenever. They're just like, he can't be trusted. He's got a Garfield like stuck to the window.
Yeah, that was big in the 90s. You know, have the Garfield stuck to your car window.
My grandmother had a Garfield rotary phone, and she bought me a Tasmanian Devil rotary phone.
There you go.
Gimmicky things like that were all over the 90s. Like, even when I was just a kid, there was so much of that. So they go to talk to him. And he's like, I need to see your identification. And they hold up their badges. And he's like, closer. So they stand close together.
No, well, you missed the whole part, though, because remember, you weren't wearing the mask at first.
Oh, that's right.
Can't understand you. What?
He's got the mask and he's in the coat and shit. Oh.
And they tell him to step closer, and he face plants it straight down. I was like, ow.
So hard. Oh. But yeah, so they stay close together, that they bring it closer, and he's like, okay, you're good.
Yeah.
And he's like sniffing the air. He brings up the cologne. It's like, you usually wear this one, but now you've changed to a different one.
Yeah.
And you had Caesar salad with dressing on the side. I laugh because he looks at Luger. He's like, you have a young, attractive wife with perky breasts, 9-year-old son, and a 16-year-old daughter. Who told you that? Picture in your wallet. Right. Jesus Christ. Oh. And then that immediately turns into them just like, we need information from you. We know you know something about this case. It's quid pro quo. What does that mean? It means I'm pretentious. Jesus Christ. Oh. So they ask him about this, and it just turns into a back and forth of like, you know, give me something, I'll give you something. Which he ends up telling him that they have to look to a man that he was once close with, and cult daydreams about a random biker he was just holding hands on the beach with, and he's like, no, not that one, back in Nam. And then it's just again with some random guy. Oh, but this is where they learned it's.
But finally, he's like, "Then not that kind of close." You know, he keeps correcting him. You know?
Not that kind of relationship. Yeah. You're missing what I'm trying to say. Oh, but this is when he brings up General Mortars, which they will make a joke about that later. Who is like commander in Vietnam, which they'll bring up that like he was commander in Vietnam, and then they got busted with selling drugs, and it's a whole thing. But Leecher just tells him that that's the guy they need to look for. Oh, now when they go outside, this is when you get the Charlie Sheen cameo, as he's just a valet at this place. I love, like, he's like, you validated your parking? And Samuel Jackson gives him like $1 bill, and he's like, got anything smaller? No. Got anything bigger? Oh. Also, I forgot to mention, in the police station earlier, again, there's so many things that happen there, but I have it in my notes here, comes back. There's a lady talking about someone who mugged her, and it's just a fucking potato head. He's just like, this guy, in the background, you see that they're literally hauling in a potato head guy.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, they get the valet parking. Oh, there's also a line that Charlie Sheen has here too, because Luger says he's only got 48 hours to solve the case. And Charlie Sheen's like, actually 47 hours and 30 minutes, actually. He's like, we're there for about 30 minutes, so. Oh. But they go on driving, and this is where they get the talk of Colt's old partner and how he used to sleep at his feet, used to lick his toes at night, and again, does not clarify it's a dog. So Luger's just giving him this look like, what the fuck? What kind of relationship did you have? Oh, he just gets super weirded out. Oh, and he brings up that his partner went missing, and he thinks that they had been abducted. And Luger's like, you might be onto something, because don't look now, but we're being followed. And it's just two dudes in the back seat with ski masks and shotguns. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm going to lose him. Does a hard, sharp U-turn in the car. Guys are gone.
Then when they cut back, the guys are gone, yeah.
Just like, what the fuck is this movie? Oh. Now, this here is a cameo for a character that is only in really this one scene. I guess maybe because it's the 90s, so, you know, his stand-up, whatever. But we get Dennis Leary, who's singing You Really Got Me Now on a piano. He's our Mike McCracken. Fun fact with this scene. Denise Richards is one of the girlfriends, and I found out this was her first movie, was just this one little bit part in this movie, and she would end up going on to do a whole bunch of other movies as like the hot girl in the movie, but for here she's just a random girl with Dennis Leary. But yeah, so they're having fun with the piano, and then they get interrupted by a big ass explosion in the house. This is when Tim Curry enters, who's apparently his name's Jigsaw, which I had to look it up when I was taking notes because I didn't say his name until way later. But then we also get General Morders, who's fucking William Shatner of all people. Like, of all the people you could get to do this role. Oh, God. But yeah, so they come in. And they know about the microfilm. They know it was Mike who did everything with it. They like trade limericks back and forth about like taking blame and whatnot. And fucking Jigsaw even has like a big ass like dictionary book like looking over to make sure he was saying one back. But Dennis Leary uses a Beatles line about I forgot to write it down. But it's like it's there's not enough time to do fighting and fussing. And
yep.
General Morders is like, gotcha. You didn't say a word to me, so now you're in trouble. This is when Jigsaw opens up fire, and the thing that makes me laugh for this scene in general is that the TV host ends up ducking behind a pillow on the TV when the gunfire happens. It's just such a dumb little thing to add. Oh. So they're dead now, and we cut back over to Colt and Luger, and this is a scene that I don't fully understand why they end up here, but they just end up at a like standoff shootout going on, and I don't fully understand why they're here. Because, like, I know they're going to a building, but this just, like, seems like something they just kind of threw in.
No, they were told, they were given a name and they were looking for that person. So they're going from floor to floor, pretty much. Yeah. And they just have me passing through multiple shootouts.
Yeah, there's so many shootouts going on. The one that we open up with on this, like, standoff going on outside.
Until I give the order. Another what? Chira desu. Watashi wa Sadaruga desu.
Can I have one that's made in America, please?
You up there, I order you to throw your hands down and come out with your weapons up.
Who fired that shot?
Sergeant. That was me. We see how just
give me the gun. When you learn to follow orders,
But he tells them to throw their guns, to throw their hands down and come out with their guns up. And they just open fire on the cars. Now, not a single cop does anything, except Corey Feldman's little cameo scene here where he shoots one time, and Luger turns around and makes him give him his pistol. He's like, I didn't get this back when you could follow
right,
orders.
because he told everybody, because he was very specific. He said, don't fire until I give the word. And Feldman fired a shot off, so yeah.
So dumb. Now,
and he takes the gun and it's like, now you're not going to get this back till you learn how to, to learn how to control what you're doing, or whatever,
The Phil Hartman cameo here is one that doesn't work for me. Because it's a random Phil Hartman. But he starts laughing and Luger tells him, why don't you tell us all what's funny? And he does like a random stand-up set, does a couple jokes, and then he steps off. For whatever reason, this joke doesn't work for me because it just feels too random. Like, I get this movie's mostly random stuff, but that one just felt very, very random.
No, I know because I mean, have you ever? Maybe not you, but when you oh, you think you're funny. Okay, why don't you make the whole class laugh? That was supposed to be. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I understand it for that. I don't know. There's just something about it. It just doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't hit me right. I don't know why. But also Phil Hartman.
Plus, Phil Hartman was a funny man. If you say otherwise, I will find you and I will hurt you.
It makes me laugh because we brought him up when we did Jingle All the Way for our Christmas episode on Oddcast. So like I forgot he was in this for that little tiny part.
Yeah. The stuff he did on The Simpsons and the stuff he did on SNL were just crazy.
Oh,
I mean, it was fun.
I've seen his stuff. I'll agree he's a funny guy. I'm not gonna argue on that one.
And I still want to punch Andy Dick in the face if I ever see him, just because.
Jesus Christ!
Well, no, because what happened to Phil is directly the result of some of Andy's actions or what Andy said afterwards. Yeah.
I feel like that's...
Andy said to one of the other people who happens to be in this movie as well, after Phil had his thing, that what happened to Phil, Andy walks up to him and goes, "You're next." And so ever since then, he just,
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of people like me who wouldn't give we would literally not piss on Andy if he was on fire, okay? Or we would just...
I was about to say, I feel like Andy Dick has really just pissed a lot of people off over the years.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
So they go into the building here, and they're hoping to get some information, and he shows... Luger doesn't even show a photo of his partner. He just has like a shirt with her photo. He's like, if you recognize her, she was in here. Nah, I don't recognize her. Well, how about now? And they put a gurney with her body. He's like, nah, she's a bit out of frame. I don't know.
She's a little out of focus, yeah.
So they get nowhere with that. They know they're supposed to be here, whatever. But they end up hearing gunshots. They go up because they assume probably where they're supposed to be. Getting up to the next floor, that's when you get your Chips cameo, which just a thing with them is they never actually fired guns on the show, so it was just a joke of like them actually being in a firefight. But it makes me laugh because he has his motorcycle in the hallway.
I just love the fact too that he's, I'll punch it, Larry, and he shoots him or shoots at him. What?
Yeah, you're in the wrong shootout. You want the one up on the third floor. Like, okay, sorry about that. So they continue on. They get up to room 403 where they're supposed to be. at first, Luger's like, why don't you let me handle it? Colt's like, no, I got this. This is the police. Come out with your hands up. Just machine gun fire puts FU in the door. It's like, all right, well, we'll try your way. And Luger just, housekeeping, room service. Oh, sorry about that. Come on in. Jesus Christ.
And this is actually the other person I was talking about. This is John Lovitz, the one who
yes, it is.
Told him to you're next. That John Lovitz was the one he did it to. Yeah.
Well, Jesus Christ, man.
And Lovitz and him were Lovitz and Phil were friends from SNL and beyond. So, yeah.
That actually, yeah. No, fuck Andy Dick. Anyway, so we get Lovitz here, and they're trying to get information out of him, and he's just like, never heard of your partner. I have no idea what you're talking about. Fucking, yeah, well, I know you're lying. Why is that? It's just the matchbox. He's like, it says you're lying. You're lying. It's like, well, maybe I've heard of your partner York before. Closet door comes open. There's just all the money in the laundry machine. It's like, well, maybe I've done some money laundering. Just a little bit. Good God. So they try to get him to give them information, which he gives them the Mike McCracken. It's like, he's the guy you're going to want to go talk to. And then they talked about like, oh, well, we can give you protection. We can help you. And it's the classic thing in an action movie where it's like, you can't stop them. They're more powerful than you. Shot through the window. But what makes me laugh, not that he gets shot, it's the fact that when they go downstairs and he's on a stretcher, he looks at Luger and he's like, how bad is it? It's pretty bad, isn't it? No, you're going to be back on your feet in no time. It's not that bad at all. Body bag zip up. Just toss him in the back. Oh, God. Which, don't worry, John Lovett's character will come back quite a few times. He'll even make comments.
I thought you were dead.
I thought this was a sequel.
Yeah.
So they go from there. They show up in the Krakens. Which fucking gets me. Dooley, the dude who is in the straitjacket, is also on scene, still in a straitjacket. Still has not gotten out of it yet. But he has a new partner that's a dog that immediately Colt starts playing with, and he's just like, well, seeing him makes me think I might be able to love again. And Luger just gets that look like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got problems. So they start talking, and they're just looking at the bodies. And they get to talking, and I love how he's just like, well, what do you think it is? Oh, well, they said some kind of mix, Chihuahua and Rottweiler. I don't know how to get that to work. Just like, Jesus, man. But they're once again ruling it a suicide. A mass suicide.
Yeah.
Just like York. Now this is where the Head and Shoulders joke was like, okay, that's kind of funny. The one that really makes me laugh with that dude is in this part here, when Luger goes over to that same cop from the Head and Shoulders, and he's like, what have you got there? And he pulls off his shoe. He's like, an itching, nagging, burning sensation.
Yeah.
What do you expect? What the hell do you expect? Your foot's on fire. It's so dumb, but I love it. It's not trying.
They have her.
Oh, I'm not sure, Sarge. It's a nagging, itching, burning sensation.
What the hell do you expect? Your foot's on fire.
But at this point, Colt finds a ring in the piranha tank because for whatever reason, Mike had a tank of piranhas Which I guess is the other thing in that scene earlier with Mike is William Shatner's character like dips his head into the tank and like bear mouths out a piranha for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, because he's talking about how vicious the piranha is and how dangerous the piranha is, and
just show he's more vicious.
Yeah.
But Colt sees a ring in the bottom of that tank. And he goes to use the net. They eat the net, so then he just calls over a random cop. He's like, "Yeah, I need your help for a minute." What a dick. So they don't really have a whole lot of answers here. But Colt shows Luger the ring, and he goes, "I know the person who had this ring. This would be General Mortars," and this is where he gives the explanation about him. In the background, you hear them talking about, "Hey, where's McCracken's body? He didn't just get up and walk away." As they leave, you see the fucking dog took it. It's just burying him in the yard. But once again, they have to get a valet to get their car. The car blows up. They're just like, "Oh, yeah, see, we're getting close to the truth. They're getting scared now." Taxi blows up immediately. And Colt looks at Luger and he's like, "It'll take more than a couple car bombs to scare us." And I love Luger with "not much more." Then he walks off. But then he also brings up that he's more upset with how he's going to explain the car to his wife. But
again, that's Lethal Weapon 2. You really need to watch those movies.
So just see, everybody tells me I need to. I don't know.
So you have homework before next week. You're gonna watch at least Lethal Weapon 1 and 2. You can hold off on 3 and 4. Yeah.
If I get to them, I don't know. Next week's gonna be a busy week. So this is where Colt and Luger they go to the Wilderness Girls Factory, well, the headquarters, because they're chasing down the lead of that they know it has something to do with these cookies, but they just don't quite know what. And this is where you meet Misdemeanor. I enjoyed that. That's a fun little name. That's like a Bond thing where they have like an ambiguous name, whatever. This is literally dealing with cops. That's kind of fun. Ugh. But they talk about that has to do with the murders that have been going on. She talks about she abhors violence and then immediately ice picks an ice block just into a swan. But so they talk about this. She doesn't really know what's going on, but she'll be more than happy to help them, of course. And this is also like a trope thing that they play with here. A woman takes hair down and becomes completely different woman, but just becomes hotter.
Yep, they actually changed actresses. Yeah, they actually
did. They completely changed people. But they take her down to the station. And they're gonna ask her some questions. They just gotta try to figure out the connection between everything. And this is Basic Instinct. Like I know what this is a reference to very easily. Where it's just her in a white dress, cross-legged, but when we have all the guys just like continuously like, but she keeps spinning in the chair. This is where John Lovett's character returns, and they're just like, "Wait, you died? I thought this was a sequel. My bad."
One of my favorite things about this is it's a gratuitous beaver shot. They even said that in some of the ads they did for the movie.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's just the I laugh. All the dudes are shirtless, like everyone's getting into it.
Yeah.
But they don't really get a whole lot. They kind of figure maybe she has nothing to do with it. Colt drops Misdemeanor back off, and this is where General Mortars appears, and he's like, "Yeah, did you tell them what they needed to know? Like, all right, did you get him off our back? Cool." But then he sends Jigsaw to go kill Colt. He's like, he knows too much. He's getting too close. Don't trust it. But when Jigsaw jumps him, Luger ends up coming in to see what's taking Colt so long. And he has a thing where he doesn't want to shoot his gun, and the flashback they give is his partner being held up by a mime with a fake gun. And her just like, shoot him.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
This is a reference to Die Hard, of course.
Yes. But it's just the mime thing fucking kills me.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Oh. So
I don't know if you noticed it right after that when Colt runs off to chase that there's a mime in the background. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so Luger drops the gun, which then fires, hits Jigsaw's pistol.
Yeah.
That's when they run outside. Besides the mime, he also yells freeze, and everyone else in the street freezes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. And Colt has a thing, which I'm going to assume it's from Lethal Weapon, because maybe even a mix of everything. But every time he shoots, he always falls to the ground and just rolls to the side. Doesn't hit shit.
Yeah.
But like that's his thing every time. It makes me laugh.
That's from every action cop movie we've ever seen that happened at least once. Yeah.
This is very true. Very true. So Jigsaw gets away. Colt ends up chasing him to a bridge, and he tries to jump off, land on the car, completely misses, and just cartoon implants into the pavement. And Luger's like, "What? You just gonna let him get away?" They commandeer some kids' bikes. Fucking Luger's like, "Don't worry, we'll take good care of him." Immediately blow up. So Colt gets invited over to Luger's for dinner. This scene makes me a little uncomfortable. Like, I get the joke about everything, but it also just like, I don't think that's aged at any point. Like, not even aged badly. That just doesn't look good. Because at first it's a normal like dinner, whatever, until the 16-year-old daughter starts trying to hit on Colt. And then the 9-year-old, then the son starts trying to rub his leg, and then the dog starts rubbing his leg. I'm like, Jesus.
Lethal Weapon 2. Lethal Weapon 2.
Okay. And his wife comes in, and she has a new friend that she apparently she's been hanging out with, whatever. And she talks about, like, I'm going to take him up to my mom's cabin and we're going to get away for a bit. Luger's just like, look, you're probably just trying to cope. Your mother's been dead for 6 months. Oh, did I forget to give you that message? Just, like, fucking Christ. Oh. And Colt obviously leaves for very obvious reasons. Oh.
Ow.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm as good as I can be, but I wasn't kidding. I'm working through a kidney stone right now, and it hurts like hell sometimes.
God damn. You get kidney stones
Yep.
quite a bit, don't you?
Well, this is probably the same one that's finally making its way out.
Oh, I gotcha. Jesus Christ, man. You mean to come over and just knock it loose?
No, I think that's already what's going on. Now I just hope it's small enough that I can like pass it on my own without having to get, it's just a matter of waiting. Welcome to medical procedures with cerebral Paul. Yes.
Yeah, let's
I get an echocardiogram in a couple of weeks. So I'll get pictures and post them for you. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That'll be real exciting.
Yeah, are you kidding? My colonoscopy is going to be my colonoscopy is going to be the Christmas card. So
Oh God. Oh, so anyways. So Colt gets back home. He finds that misdemeanor has entered his house. I guess he doesn't really lock his door. But she just tells him that she has to get something off her chest. She tells him about everything, the drug deal, that there was all the stuff. She got coerced into working with General Motors, but then she realized he's evil. And this is where she starts to flirt with him. And in the middle of flirting, they do this whole thing where it's basically sharing war wounds. Not all of them work 100% for me, but it's I laugh at it.
Lethal Weapon 3 or 4 with Rene Russo, just so you know, whichever one she was in.
But Colt lifts up his shirt. You got a beer, like a beer cap stuck in his shirt, stuck in him. He's like Nickel Beer Night, Dodger Stadium. She shows him a metal plate in her head, and she says it's an elective surgery. Just like, what the fuck do you mean? Pulls off his arms. Grenade at the Love Connection taping. A riot at the Love Connection taping. And then he opens up his chest. And it's a fucking hamster on a wheel. He's like low budget organ transplant. What the fuck? Oh. But now where it normally would be a sex scene in any of these action movies, here instead you see the clock go to 1 minute and then it's them smoking in bed. And you're like, oh, okay, just a real quick one, which they bring up later. Not what happened at all. Oh, but I do kind of laugh. She brings up, it's like, well, now she like starts crying. He's like, why are you crying? It's like, because I'm going to die now because I'm with the bad guy and I've told you all the plans. Oh, this is one of the things that they've put on there. It was award for best moonlit butt shot because Colt gets up and walks into the moonlight just with his bare ass. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just, having a gratuitous butt shot in the moonlight. Oh. This is the Bruce Willis cameo.
See, by the way, that's kind of funny that they missed their chance to say that was a NYPD Blue, tryout, because remember, because in NYPD Blue, all the actors had to agree to at least one butt shot,
They should have put that in there with how many other things they have going on.
Yeah.
I agree, that's a missed opportunity. But they hear a chopper, and we cut outside to a chopper flying around on the beach, and it opens fire on what looks like the trailer. They're lighting it up, it blows up. And this is where you get your Bruce Willis cameo. He has a little white flag shirt. He's just like, whoa, easy, I give up, I surrender.
What the hell are you doing?
Is this 1014 Pacific Coast Highway? 1014 Pacific Coast Highway.
No! This is 814 Pacific Coast Highway. 1014's 2 blocks up that way.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh. But yes, and then Colt ditches out. Because like he's not gonna stay and try to fight anything. But he also needs to go warn Luger because obviously these guys are gonna be gunning for him and they're gonna be trying to take them out. So Colt ends up going down.
Lethal Weapon 2, by the way, is this whole sequence.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do need to just watch it. I just never had anybody who watched them around me, so I never saw them growing up. Surprisingly. Honestly, surprisingly.
Which is interesting that you're doing it backwards because now you're going to be watching the Lethal Weapon going, oh, yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sometimes. So Colt gets over to the dock because apparently Luger was going on his boat or has a boat, whatever. But Colt ends up at the dock. We get a random Popeye thing here, where Popeye just walks out and he's like, "How you doing?" And then he gets abducted immediately by a bunch of dudes, and I'm like, huh. I wonder if that had any relation to the horror movies that we covered when we covered all the Popeye movies. Let me tell you, that Popeye looked better than the ones we had to sit through, all right? So Colt ends up getting on the boat. He finds there's a bomb. Which... This is where Lovett's character shows back up again randomly. This is where he makes the Hot Shots reference, where he's like, "It's weird, your brother Charlie did Hot Shots recently. I hear they're doing a sequel. You think that's why you're doing this one? Is just to follow in your brother's footsteps? Are you also doing a comedy parody?" So he cuts the wire and sets him up. But he starts cutting wires. First wire cuts the power to the marina. Second wire cuts power to the whole city. He ends up just taking it, throwing it in the water. And this is where he just kills a whole bunch of scuba divers.
Yeah.
So dumb.
And he goes, "Oops, oops," and he just oops.
So then Cole ends up at Luger's house, and he runs upstairs thinking something maybe is wrong because he hasn't heard from him. And then it's just Luger in the bathroom. He's like, "No, man, I'm just taking a shit." Just like, "Oh, sorry, you weren't answering the phone or anything." It's like, yeah.
Get Lethal Weapon 2.
So they get in their car. And they go off they're gonna go chase down their next leads. They're gonna try to get everything done. This is where the Colt ends up opening up to Luger, and he's talking about that his mom didn't breastfeed him, that she just teased him with it and then gave him the bottle, and I'm like, this is fucked up even for me. But he tells me he can confide in him, and the radio's open, so everybody can hear their conversation. But they have a nice little warming up to each other, getting to know each other moment. But when they get to the station, the case is shut down. Basically, the captain's just like, they're all ruled as a suicide. You have no connections to anything. Like, you're done. You're off the case. It's over. And Colt tries to convince Luger that they have to close out this case. That sometimes you can't do everything by the book. So you just got to get some things done. And Luger has another flashback, and this makes me chuckle because it says Wes Luger, 12 years old, on his little name badge. But he was a crossing guard, and he didn't follow the rules and a whole 100%. And an old lady gets hit by a truck, and he's like, "I always said I'd always follow everything by the rules, by the book after that, because I didn't do it that one time." And
yeah, all you do is you hear it and you see her old walker go flying back at him, and it's all bent.
which Cole ends up bringing up. He ends up holding up that same walker, and he's like, "I thought because of this, you'd want to help me be a good cop." Just like, this fucking movie. So Colt decides he's going to take this up on his own. And we get essentially like any action movie where the good guy suits up, gets a whole bunch of weapons, but he's too fucking heavy and he falls over immediately. But then he ends up at the warehouse, and he's going in by himself. And he goes in through the sewer. And this is the one time I will actually give a critique to this movie. As much as it is a comedy spoof, the joke that they're making here would work better if you use a different scene. Because the first time he comes out of the manhole, he ends up in the farmhouse scene from the TMNT movie from 1990. Which I was like, okay, funny because they go through a sewer. But why is it the farmhouse of like you couldn't have given them a sewer scene? Like just would have made a little bit more sense for this little joke. But still, whatever. All right, you get your little joke in there about using the sewer, sure. But one little critique again, you should have just made it a sewer scene. It just would have made more sense to why.
See, and to me, that would have worked even better if when he popped out of the sewer, he had a slice of pizza in his hand just to feed it to people. That way,
That I think would have gotten me. That would have gotten me. But then he goes back down, comes back out. He's inside. He's gonna get inside the warehouse. He sneaks past a bunch of guards because they just aren't good at their jobs, not paying attention at all. He's got security room, the insecurity room. Where I'm just like, okay, that's a little funny. But this where he runs into just essentially just World War II German soldiers. They don't have armbands on, so I can't say the other word, but like they're very clearly supposed to be. But they're talking about General Motors is mad he doesn't have the microfilm, and the one guy says it's a little late for subplots in this movie, isn't it? And they're like, well, nobody but a psychotic, burnt-out cop would possibly try to break in here, which, of course, is going to be our Colt. But when he goes to walk forward, he runs into the subtitles. He just stubs his toe. But he gets in, and getting in, he immediately runs into Jigsaw, who apparently knew he was going to go up the little conveyor belt, where he's got a little table TV and everything. He's just been waiting for him the whole time. And they get into a little bit of a hand-to-hand fight, and Colt sends him off the side, and Jigsaw lands in the wrong place. So you see him down on the bottom, have to scooch over into like the chalk outline. And this is where we get Demeanor confronting General Motors. Yeah, she's not going to take it anymore, and she's got a comically long gun. It's ridiculously long barrel. But she asked him, you used me for my affection, and then you used me for my cookies. What kind of man are you? A user, obviously. Like, Jesus. But this is where Colt steps in. He's gonna save the day. Which Mortars reveals that he has his dog Claire. He's had her this entire time as like a wall lifts up. He also has John Lovett's character for some reason. And there's just like, oh, but you can let the dog go and keep me. No? All right, well, you can keep the dog, but let me go. No? Keep everyone, but let me go. No? All right. But this is where General Motors gets shot by Claire because she like goes to shoot him. He's like, "You don't have the bank guts." But he sends in the classic henchmen one at a time to go fight Colt.
Yeah,
which is a little bit funnier. You see them all taking numbers, just waiting their turn to go fight. And everyone gets sent through a plate glass window being carried through. Just make that action movie scene action.
Even at one point, the plate glass window guys are like, hang on. And they pull the glass behind him. Yeah.
So Mortars gets away. He gets takes the microphone from Jigsaw, who got punched through glass, and he takes off. Misdemeanor got shot, so she's dying. Or acts like she's dying, because like with this movie, nobody seems to actually die fucking ever. So we'll learn we get into the very end. But she goes to like kiss Colt, but she's coughed up blood, and he's like, ugh, no, I think you're gonna be just fine. He has to like wipe her mouth off. He's like, all right, I'll give you a little peck of it.
Yeah.
And he chases down, he follows General Motors through the store. And you think he's following a blood trail, but of course it's just a ketchup bottle. It's just sitting on like a tree somewhere. But this is where Mortars gets the jump on Colt after Colt tells him he can't hide. And it's like, well, now the jig is up. Now I've got you where I want you. And then Luger decides to show up. He didn't show up to help his partner until the very, very end here. And this is where Mortars is like, you can't shoot me, you're caught by the books. However, Colt makes me laugh because he's like, Luger, you came. That's personal. I'm here to help. Oh, but he shoots Mortars. He's over his little fear there. Mortars is dead, and the Jigsaw pops back up again and just starts opening fire with an Uzi. Misses everything, and they shoot him down. He falls in the cookie dough vat. And he had shot up a gasoline tank that was on the other side of the room. So as they go to leave, Colt's like, do you mind if I have a smoke? And Luger's like, actually, I do mind. You know what? You're right. These things will kill you. And they throw it, lights the gasoline. The whole store blows up. And then they get out there. They meet with the captain, who then tries yelling at him. And then he brings up that there's probably more to this than what they think. Which this is where they make the reference about like sequel. Which, as I said, supposedly there was supposed to be a second one. I'm glad there wasn't. I think this one just kind of works as is the way it is. But then
see, I think they should do one now, 30 years later. Seriously.
Do one now. Good God. This honestly for me, the actual ending to this, I think is just the most awkward thing to me. Because they all get in the car and then it's, Claire's alive and Misdemeanor's alive. Like, everyone's alive and everyone's in the car. But then they just do Wayne's World. And I guess because Wayne's World would have been out, I think, like, around the same time that this came out, that they were just trying to capitalize on it. But it's the only scene in here for the ending here where I'm just like, that's not an action movie. So I'm a little, I guess maybe you're trying to get the, like, fame that had, but, like, it's not really an action movie to like throw that reference in here, but sure. Oh, but that's Loaded Weapon. That's I think it's pretty okay. I think it's better than a lot of the spoofs we got in the 2000s, right?
Well, because remember there was Hot Shot and Hot Shot Part 2. And
yes, there is. Yes, there is.
And the superhero movie, which I am not going to watch. Ever again.
Well, that's fine. We're gonna. I'm gonna make probably make Maverick do it. Superhero movie is on my list because I like superhero movie. I don't like epic movie or disaster movie. Those ones are all fucking terrible. And Meet the Spartans,
or just another teen movie, or whatever that was. Yeah.
Superhero movie, I don't mind though. Like, I think that might be the only Drake Bell movie I actually don't mind. Or Drake Bell thing I don't mind. I just enjoy that one. I don't know. But so go watch Loaded Weapon. I don't think it's that terrible. I have to go watch Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 now. Just because, again, I just never had anybody show it to me, so I never watched it. But yeah, it's not bad. It'll make you laugh. It's on Tubi. It seems to always be on fucking Tubi. I don't think it's ever going to leave Tubi at this point. So just go check it out. It's a fun time.
And remember, Tubi is basically owned by Amazon, so
Fox.
They're the same parent company. That's why a lot of stuff that's on Amazon is on Tubi and vice versa. Except you have to pay for it on Amazon. And some of them, most of them, Tubi, I think the movies are, for the most part, they're, if you sign up, if you actually sign in, they're commercial free. Yeah.
Maybe.
And they track where you leave off too. So if you have to stop watching it, you don't have to start at the beginning again, which is a big plus.
That is pretty nice. So just go check out Loaded Weapon for yourself. I think this one's still pretty all right now. It has plenty of jokes in there to make you laugh.
And more so if you've actually seen the reference material that they reference a
I
lot
suppose.
of.
I mean, I've always laughed at it. I didn't see the references, so I mean, I guess I've always laughed at it.
Yeah.
And since this is going on Patreon, I'll say I enjoyed this more than Scary Movie 6, because I did watch Scary Movie 6, and I have some issues with it, which I think I'm going to bring that up with the you'll have a jammy that comes out, because Mike has a lot of stuff to. I'm going to end up bringing it up there. I have some issues with it. But anyway, I would say where to follow us, but this is Patreon. If you got this fucking far, I mean, you have to have seen anything. But follow us at CerebralPaul1 over on Twitter, at CerebralPaul everywhere else. He does Twitch. He does fucking gaming. He does a ton of stuff.
Yep.
Just go support him and us, obviously, at Oddcast N, where we post everything, whatnot. And thank you for being on the Patreon and just checking this out. And stay on, stay happy, everyone.
Bye.